Couple things that I'll be doing, man. If I was like right now saying, hey man, recession's coming, I should plan for this. Where do you want to be next 6, 12, 18, 24 months? Couple of things, no brands. First thing is this, man. When recession comes, normally job security is not quite there, right? You hear about Amazon, 10,000 employees being laid off potentially, right? You have Meta, Facebook, 11,000 employees. And so companies overhired in COVID. People are now downsizing. If they're downsizing, you happen to be an employee or be a business owner that's servicing an industry that can possibly downsize, I get ready for it, man. And so the first thing, man, if I'm right now someone who's looking forward to embracing the recession, what's happening, one, I'm saving cash. Come in.
That was good, Chris. How you feeling?
So you good, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a question for you. I heard about a type of recession. That's about that kind of like winter or whatever. Recession? Yeah, it's a little cold outside, you know?
Technically, it's already here, man. It's been 2 quarters of negative growth in the economy, and so technically the definition of a recession is already here.
So is that something like that happened in like 08?
Yeah, yep. We definitely had a recession in 08, man. And so a lot of people right now are afraid of what's taking place in the marketplace. You hear things about mass layoffs happening. You see the Fed increasing interest rates, which is bringing down the value of real estate, which is dropping right now. Yeah, man, so what's going on?
I'm just like, damn, bro, I've been hearing about this for a minute, and I just don't want to be, caught in the fire of this. I want to be prepared this time. Like, what advice you got for me?
Yeah, couple things that I'll be doing, man. If I was like right now saying, hey man, recession's coming, I should plan for this. Where do you want to be next 6, 12, 18, 24 months? Couple of things, no brands. First thing is this, man. When recession comes, normally job security is not quite there, right? You hear about Amazon, 10,000 employees being laid off potentially, right? You have Meta, Facebook, 11,000 employees. One of my agents that had someone in their family who got laid off working at Twitter. Twitter had massive layoffs, right? And so you're seeing things happening. These big tech companies are kind of downsizing because we had a lot of expansion from COVID. Companies grew in COVID. If you experience some money growth, some growth, all right, they call it the pandemic. Right?
Yeah, I remember them. It was like a Measles song called The Vaccine.
Bad, they're getting money, right? And so people made money in COVID, things expanded in COVID, companies overhired in COVID. People are now downsizing. They're downsizing. And so if they're downsizing, you happen to be an employee or be a business owner that's servicing an industry that can possibly downsize, I get ready for it, man. And so the first thing, man, if I'm right now someone who's looking forward to embrace the pandemic and embracing the recession, what's happening, one, I'm saving cash. I'm not spending much. If you are spending, maybe spending on investing into your business or investing to expand to make more money. But at the end of the day, I'm not spending money, I'm saving money because you want cash. You want cash for 2 reasons. One, you want to be solvent as a company. You want to have money on hand because what if a recession comes? Whether you're an individual person or a business, you need savings. You need savings. If you're a breadwinner, husband and wife gets laid off, and you were dependent on her income, how long can you last with wifey being laid off today? If your wife gets laid off next April, next June, that's when the real effects of these layoffs start to happen. You gotta have cash on hand. 2, you want cash on hand to be able to play, right? When I say play, to get into the market, man. Like if recession is bringing in if inflation is causing the Fed to increase interest rates, which is driving down the value of homes and properties, let's say that corrects itself and values drop, and you have cash. If you have cash, you can buy down your interest rate when you buy a home. If you got cash and the values drop, you're getting deals. And so I was reading an article before. They said that Warren Buffett had lost his mind last year. He's getting old, losing his touch, right? Warren Buffett, why? Because he wasn't heavily invested into crypto at all. Wasn't a big fan of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I remember about that.
Yep. Fast forward a year later, was that wise? It was wise. He sold a ton of stocks beginning of this year in 2022. Well, you fast forward today with what's taking place in a market crash, he's winning. Now he's positioned to buy companies. So 1, I'm saving money. 2, I'm looking at ways to increase my skills, Trey. From my perspective, I'm an entrepreneur, and so I'm investing into conferences. If I'm going to spend money and go somewhere, I'm going to travel and go to Miami or go somewhere, I'm going to a conference. I'm going to go to a conference. It's going to be a write-off for me as a business owner, right? I'm going to invest into myself. I'm going to pick up skills. I'm going to grow. I'm going to improve because as you add more skills, you become more dependable and more valuable in this market. If you're an employee, maybe I'm not a big guy on education, but maybe you go to school and pick up some classes. Maybe go for your master's. That's not my lane, it's not what I would do, but if someone was an educator, they'll probably say, hey, pick up some classes, go get a degree, be more marketable, increase your resume, because as the recession comes and layoffs happen, as the market picks back up, people who are more attractive when it comes from a skill set perspective will be in better position. Another thing too, don't be afraid to invest. Right, I'm still growing. I'm still investing. I'm still buying stocks. I have my life insurance policies. Why? Because the market's kind of up and down, man. If I just keep investing and buying while it's down, things are happening. I'm gonna grow. If you could afford that, why not? I'm doing it. I'm buying stocks still.
Life insurance?
Life insurance, 100%. I would look into an insurance policy. I work in the insurance industry. Obviously, with insurance is cool because insurance says, hey, most insurance policies have guarantees tied to them. I'm not getting too much detail, but if you're saying, hey, Chris, I lost money in my TSP, lost money in my 401k, I'm struggling financially there, what do I do? I'm helping clients find ways to partake in the upside of the market when it does recover, because it will bounce back. Anybody saying, hey, the market's doomed forever? No, that's just fear porn. It's not true at all, right? The market will recover. When it does recover, are you positioned to partake in the upside of the market? And so if I'm you, if you can find a way to get principal protection with your money, a way where your money's protected from market losses right now, but it still grows, if I would recommend having that in place. If you have that in place and you have some extra money to play with, continue to buy risky stocks if you want to. I mean, I'm not giving you financial advice, this is what I'm doing. At the end of the day, that's what I would do.
Crazy you said that, because I remember like the pandemic and stuff. I was working at a warehouse. Well, I still have my own, videography business and stuff, but in between that, I was like, shooting videos and stuff. So when they laid me off, I still had, like projects that were in motion.
That's a big one, Trey. I'll recommend a side hustle, man. Like, have something in place where if your boss lays you off, you're not worried too much. Like, I got a side hustle. I meet so many people, all their marbles are in one basket, one company. Their mortgage, their car note, their livelihood for the family is all dependent upon a boss who can say, hey, you're fired! Or a government contract that can get outbid on. Oh, we lost the contract, you lost your job. Now, obviously, if you're skilled, you can go there and bounce around and go find different jobs. Hopefully you have some savings set aside. That's not everybody though, man. And so I always wanted a side hustle where I say, if I had a job, man, I want a side hustle where if I can make money part-time in it, just in this day and age, inflation is killing people, man. They're talking about recession, talking about inflation. So if I'm not making extra money to help hedge off inflation for myself, man, gas prices are up, food is up. Man, I was at the store the other day, man, said we apologize because of resources or something along the production line, whatever it may be, or distribution of eggs, the prices are higher. Like, man, a dozen eggs, $8 a dozen eggs, and this is expensive. This is costing more money. It's impacting people, man. And so, like I said, man, I wouldn't be panicking. For me, man, the future looks bright, for sure. It always looks bright. And if it's me, I'm preparing myself. I'm saving money, saving cash, not making any large purchases. I'm picking up skills. I'm investing into myself to pick up skills. I'm looking for a side hustle because I want to make extra income that I'll hedge inflation. And also, just in case, worst case scenario happens, I always tell my people, hope for the best, plan for the worst. Worst case scenario, your company downsizes. Your government contract gets outbid or they lose a budget. You got a side hustle that you can maybe put more time into. I got a guy I work with here, he works for a big company, big tech company. Really big tech, I don't want to mention the name, but a big tech company, right? Makes really good money doing that. Full-time job. Part-time, he's a life insurance agent part-time. Made $13,000 last month. Part-time, doing life insurance. That's his side hustle. So that outproduces most people's main hustle, right? God forbid his tech company was to lay him off. Is he okay? Yes. He has something to fall back on, and he has a skill he's picked up and a service he can offer people to fall back on. And so if that's me, man, if I'm embracing for a recession, they say it's coming, it's here, the winter is here, man. What have you done to prepare for it? I wouldn't panic. I'll just be poised in this situation and say, okay, cool, man, how can I fix these things and take that advice and apply it for myself?
Wow, that's some wise advice. I ain't know, like, I had no idea about some of these things you mentioned, but I appreciate you taking the time to educate me.
All day.